Alright, so if you notice anything different, I am sitting in a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta. My car had some kind of sound in the sunroof. I never noticed, but whenever I took my car in for, you know, the checkup that you get after you buy the car, so they make sure everything's working right, they noticed the sound and said they were going to replace it, so I thought, you know, why not? It's under warranty. But they gave me this 2019 Jetta in return for me to drive. I want to kind of give, obviously, a review over the whole car, but I want to give my first initial thoughts. I've driven maybe 4 or 5 miles, and I want to give my first initial review, and then I will give a more in-depth review later on in the video. This is a base model Jetta. Everything is base. No keyless start. It has the actual key you have to put in, which I haven't done in a long time. That was weird. It's also really awkward. You have to start it like that rather than like that, because you'll, kink your wrist out of place doing that. You have to go all the way back. It has cloth seats, which if I were to have cloth seats in any of my cars, I would have these kind of cloth seats because they're, one, black, but two, the material seems like it's really, really easy to keep clean and clean. In my Wrangler, I had seats a lot like these. Obviously they were water resistant. I doubt these are, but they stayed pretty clean. It has this kind of, I'm not sure if that's like faux leather. I imagine it is. That's all right. It's not bad. The screen is super small compared to the GTI, and the resolution's not as good. Even with the backup camera, it still kind of looks like I'm looking through like a early 2000s or late 90s Palm Pilot. So the resolution's not that great, but it's still there. It's still a really, really valuable tool that I like to have. It has the auto stop feature, which you guys all know that I absolutely hate. And it has, let me see, about 3,300 miles on it. I will give a more in-depth review after I drive it a little bit longer. I'll show you guys the interior space. I'll show you obviously the exterior of the car. One thing I did notice about this car is the visibility in the rear view mirror. It is super, super limited. My GTI is just like looking through a window. You have tons of visibility in the back. With this thing, obviously it's a car, it's not a coupe or it's a sedan, not a coupe or a hatchback at that. So visibility is really, really limited, which that's kind of one initial thing that I don't like about this car, but turns are tight just like the GTI. Kind of my first initial thoughts of this car. Like I said, I will give a more in-depth review the longer that I drive it. I will give some exterior shots. I'll give some interior shots so you can see the room. And yeah, 2019 Volkswagen Jetta. My first initial thoughts. More to come.
Jump!
I did want to point out real quick because I thought it was pretty cool is the trunk, which the trunk button is right here on the door. I thought that was kind of unique, but also this car has a crap ton of trunk space. It goes pretty far back. I'd say that's probably 2.5, 3 feet. Lots and lots and lots of trunk space, so that's pretty neat. Alright, sorry about the camera quality in this video, and sorry about this weird lighting. My brother has my camera, the camera that I usually shoot with for this channel. But I'm literally going to read off the little information sheet that goes in the car that I found in the trunk of the Jetta. It's a 2019 Jetta 1.4 TS. It is a black exterior with Titan black cloth interior. I really don't mind the black cloth interior. I really don't mind it that much. I'd prefer leather, but I don't mind it that much. It's a 1.4 L TSI 16 valve DOHC turbo 4-cylinder engine with direct fuel injection, yada yada yada. Safety features, don't really care about that. Exterior, it has 16-inch alloy wheels, which are awful. They're ugly. It has the automatic LED headlights. I love that. The LED taillights, love that. The interior, manual climate control. It has eco mode selection. It only had eco mode and normal, so no sport or custom or anything like that. It has a 6.5 touch screen. You can do your Bluetooth, anything like that. The sound quality sucks. The speakers are horrible. I didn't like those at all. As far as the way the car drives, I like the way that the car drives. I said, and I'll say again, I don't enjoy driving it. Like, I get excited every time I'm about to drive my GTI. I love waking up and getting in my car and driving. And I've had it for 3 months and put 6,700 miles on it, and I still enjoy driving it. With this car, it drives well. It's very responsive. The brakes are really responsive. Everything's great, and it drives really, really great. I just don't enjoy driving it. It literally makes me think of driving like an old Impala or something like that. However, Volkswagen did a lot of things right with this car. Like I said, it is the basic of the basic. One thing that's weird, and I've mentioned the whole key thing, you have to put your foot on the brake whenever you turn the key. I'm not used to that. That's brand new to me. Not a fan. It doesn't have comfort access, which again is being a snot about it, but if you're used to a car with comfort access and you always make sure that whatever car you get has that, in this instance, I'll be running up to the car and it's raining outside and I have to get my key out of my pocket, unlock it. It's just a hassle. So it just kind of reiterates how much I have enjoyed comfort access and love comfort access. Let's see, so total price for this car off the lot is $20,733. That makes sense. I mean, it's a $20,000 car. It's not a bad car by any means. I don't like it. I do not prefer it. I would not buy one. But that's just because my personal preference. I want to have fun in something I drive. I want to enjoy what I drive. And I don't enjoy driving that thing. But for a $20,000 car, for somebody who's looking to buy a brand new car, doesn't really care about all the options, doesn't really care about how fun it is to drive, just wants to get from point A to point B while still driving a nice car. I mean, that's a very, very, very manageable entry-level brand new car. So $20,733 is what you're looking to spend for a 2019 1.4 TS Jetta, or Jetta 1.4 TS with cloth interior. Again, you could do things to up the price by getting leather interior, all that kind of good stuff. It gets 34 miles to the gallon combined, 40 highway, wow, and 30 city. That is substantially better than the GTI. So Jetta, you have got me on gas mileage. You got me there. But that's just kind of a little look into that. I hadn't driven a 2019 Volkswagen yet, so that is literally me reading off of this thing right here. Nothing extensive. I don't want anyone to think this was an unbiased review of the Jetta. That's exactly why I did a little review on it, is I wanted to give my opinion. And if I give my opinion, it's gonna be biased. So I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. I don't like it for me. I would never buy that Jetta. And God almighty, how high it sits, it's insane how high it sits. But there's a lot of people that really don't care about that. And so if you don't care about that, I mean, this would be the car to buy. Especially if you want to get into Volkswagen, if you want to not spend, money like you would spend for an R or a GTI or even like a high-end Beetle like an R-Line or something like that. I hope it was helpful. If you are interested in one, I would definitely go test drive one, because if, the thrill of driving, or if even enjoying driving is one of the things you look for, you're probably not going to find it in that. That was my review on this whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, see ya.